Hi everyone, I'm Ali from Candid Tourists, and today I want to talk to you about the new announcement from Carnival Cruise Line about the Cheers package. Now the crew and I are no stranger to drinks packages, having been on 6 cruises so far. Nor are we strangers to enjoying a few beverages. But this new announcement has got quite a few people with their knickers in a twist, because Carnival Cruise Lines are actually charging everyone $119 a day for this drinks package. Now, in comparison to some of the other cruise lines, they are usually around the $89 a day. So this is significantly dearer by about $30 a day. Using some antiquated equipment, such as a calculator, I did some math on what it might cost the group, and by group I mean Jeff and Glenalia, who we usually go cruising with, as to how much it would actually cost us and how much we'd have to drink if we were wanting to get the best value out of the drinks package. So I worked it out with the 4 of us over a 7-night cruise, and if you calculate that at $119 a day with the 4 of us, that would mean that is an extra $3,332 on top of what we would have paid for our particular cruise ticket. Now, that being said, on our P&O cruises, we've never paid that much as an increase. We've actually waited and picked times where they were offering it at a discount. So whenever we've been on those cruises, we've had a considerable discount to the drinks package, which made it worth our while. And I say worth our while because you would have to drink a fair bit of alcohol to cover, and I'm just getting to that in just a second. So Carnival Cruise Line is $840 more expensive than some of the other cruise lines.
Given that it's $3,332 extra.
If we were going down to our local bottle shop, between the 4 of us, we would have to drink 55.5 cartons of beer over a 7-day period, or 83 bottles of spirit between the 4 of us, averaging about $40 a bottle. Now, I know this isn't a good comparison because these are prices that aren't marked up buying them retail. So let's have a look at how much we would have to drink if we were purchasing these same drinks at a retail price. So paying prices on Carnival, we would have to drink over the 7 days 392 beers or 392 spirit shots, because they're averaging around the $8.50 mark. Now that would mean 14 beers or 14 spirits each day. If you are able to purchase wines with this particular amount at $35 for each bottle of wine, that would mean we'd have to have 95 bottles of wine between the 4 of us over that day, or 4 bottles of wine a day each. Leah enjoys her glasses of wine or champers. So between the 4 of us, we would have to drink 351 glasses or 13 glasses of wine each a day, if that's all we were drinking. And I must point out that this isn't all together. This is if we just drank beer, or we just drank wine, or we just drank spirit, okay? This is a cumulative for the one type of drink. If we chose to drink cocktails for the entire cruise, we would have to drink 317 of those between the 4 of us, and it would be 11 cocktails each a day. And if we purchased and we only had soft drink, then we would have to, between the 4 of us, drink 1,211 soft drinks, which would be 43 cans of soft drink each. And all this with no water, because the beverage packages do not include water on Carnival ships. However, they have water stations throughout the ship where you can collect water for free.
That's a lot of alcohol. A lot of alcohol.
I've got some information from the Carnival website, because with any drinks package there's always some rules and regulations about what you can and can't do when you have them. The thing that I find most amusing is that they are plugging this for those of us who want to drink exclusively top shelf alcohol like Grey Goose and Patron and all those other wonderfully dear priced drinks. Realistically, the average person going on a cruise isn't going to want to drink all that top shelf rubbish. They'll just want to have a drink, okay? And it doesn't matter, just your standard run-of-the-mill range of beers or a couple of cocktails. It does include all spirits, domestic imported beers and wines, and sparkling wine by the glass, handcrafted cocktails, frozen cocktails. Our Hennessy was the other top shelf one that they're plugging, and it's up to $20 a drink. So you can either have your normal run-of-the-mill vodka for $8.50 a glass, or you can have the same amount of vodka at the same percentage of alcohol and pay $20 for Grey Goose. So if your taste buds are so well inclined to want to spend double the price on your vodka, go right ahead. Other things that it includes are your soft drinks, frozen mocktails, energy drinks. It says small bottled water and non-alcoholic bottled beverages. It does have water. They said on another site that they didn't include it. It was actually Carnival Cruise Line who mentioned that on their own Carnival site, that they don't include bottled water, so I'm not sure what that's all about. The Cheers program includes 25% off some selected spirits and wines outside of the program, beverage seminars and classes.
Probably the AA meetings that you're going to have to attend if you actually try and make up the cost of how much this is going to be pulling out your pocket.
And 25% off bottles of wine in some of the restaurants. Obviously you have to be 18 years or older if you're in Australia. It's only available on cruises 7 nights or more. Price is per person, and if one person purchases it in a cabin, everyone else has to. You can only order one drink at a time, no sharing, which is pretty standard. And the program allows for only up to 15 alcoholic drinks per 24-hour period. And once you get to that 24-hour period and you've had your 15, that's it. You don't get any more. P&O will actually let you keep purchasing and paying, but you actually have to pay above what you've paid for with your drinks package, and they'll monitor you to make sure that they're providing responsible service of alcohol. But it looks like Carnival are saying 15, and that's it. You're cut off. You're back to bottled water or free water. I don't know what they're doing with their water. It's not clear. Oh, if you are on the Cheers program and you get one of those fish bowls full of alcohol, you can't have somebody else stick their straw in and drink from it. You have to have it all on your own, like a greedy guts, drinking out of your fishbowl. It's non-refundable. All bottles and cans are actually served open. Is it worth it? Is any drinks package worth it? During part of your cruise, you're not even going to be on board. You're going to have a few of those days where you'll be off at your destination port. You won't be making the best of that drinking time on board the ship. I think on cruises that are 7 days, you usually have 3 days at a port somewhere. So by the time you get back 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you've missed out on some drinking time. My other tip might be, when you book, maybe you can book an internal cabin. The money that you save not having a balcony or an ocean view room, you might be able to put that toward your $110 a day drink habit. Something that we've actually looked at for the cruise coming up later in the year, where we're cruising with Norwegian this time, so that'll be interesting. I'll come back and let you know how that goes. So like anything, it's a personal choice. Your drinking habits, a bit much like your food habit or your travel habits, they're going to be different to everyone else. So what might work for me may not necessarily work for you, and what might work for you might not work for everybody else who might be in your Facebook group or in your friendship group who are advising you in other ways. So you do need to actually sit down and do a little bit of calculating to see whether or not this is going to be worth your while. The Carnival Cruise Line is running this as a trial right through to January 2020, and then they will re-look at that and see whether or not this is something that they're going to offer on their ships moving forward. If they decide that they are going to move forward on this, and they'd be mad not to, because every other cruise line has it, so I'd be very surprised if they don't. But if they do, I guess my advice would be is to check out your cruise sales as they come up, and whether or not sometimes these packages get included or they get heavily discounted as part of those packages. So if this is something that you really feel that you need and you'll get the money out of, you can save yourself a bit of money by being a bit patient. If you've got the flexibility to wait and sit back and maybe have a travel agent keep looking at and let you know if there's some deals coming up. That's another way to save some money there. Hope this video has been a little bit helpful. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and good luck finding that cruise with the drinks package that you're after. And we'll catch you in the next one.